Hi, if you are catching the replay, definitely check below for the timestamps so you can jump right into the conversation. Until then, I'm just going to wait for some more wolves to get on, and then we will start the live. Hello, Lauren. Hi. Hello. Just waiting for some more people to get on, and while we do that, I'm just going to grab us some notes. I just got back to the office. How are you feeling? How's your day going today? Hi. I know. I felt the same way. I was just telling Petra. I'm like, I can miss everybody already. That was such a good retreat. Oh my goodness. I'm going to send this out to a few people to see if anybody is able to join in. There we go. Perfect. You got what it takes. Let's improvise. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. I'm sure the wolves are like, girl, you've been away for a minute. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to talk about love and what love is and how we can have more of it in our lives, for sure. Okay, until then, feel free to grab some water, and then we'll also do a collective reading, have my deck here as well. My Instagram takes forever to share information with my community, so I have to be very patient. So we'll probably really start around like 11:20, so you have tons of time. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to share this live. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm so happy you're here. We have some time. We're gonna really kick everything off at 11:20. It just takes time for Instagram to notify followers, so you know. Oh, thank you. Yes, yeah. We're gonna do a quick talk about love, tap in, and then we're gonna jump into the oracle reading. I'm really, really excited. Really excited to see what the energy is for this month, you know? How are you guys feeling with that full moon yesterday? I know that was very intense for me. Let me know what you guys were going through or moving through. Maybe it was really easy. Hi! Yeah, maybe it was really easy. Okay, cool. Hello, hello. Hello. We're starting in 3 more minutes. Just giving people some time to see the live and hop on before we jump into everything. Ooh, yes, ritual. First off, can I just take a moment to say I love all of the bruja energy that like Black millennial women are bringing to the table. Like we are becoming very unapologetic and practicing our ancestry, you know, the wisdom, the knowledge that comes from these rituals and these practices. It's so beautiful to see us openly expressing, hey girl, I did a ritual last night with my kids. Like that's beautiful because a lot of times, you know, when we were growing up, being a witch and being witchy and bruja, all of that was like really taboo. And I just love how our generation is like, we really don't give a fuck. Like it's of us and we're gonna express what's of us. And that in itself is truly beautiful, you know? Hello, hello, welcome. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes. We have to be unapologetic in sharing that. Like get out of here. One thing about me, you gonna know I'm doing a ritual. You're gonna see the crystals. You're going to see the bruja energy, and you feel how you feel about it. It's really not my business. It's really not my business. That's the crazy part. People be thinking that it is, and I be laughing at them because it's not. How you feel about my practice is your business. Got nothing to do with me at all. I'm just here, being cute, living my life. Right. Eve's Bayou. Oh my God. See, I love the craft. I just didn't like the fact that if you rewatch that, the black girl has 4 lines in that movie. How the blueprint only got 4 lines? Make it make sense to me. How the blueprint only got 4 lines? How these white women out here knowing everything, doing everything? Who taught you? Oh, that's what I thought. So, right? They did Rachel wrong. Rachel was out here and when she did speak, that shit was mad powerful, right? When she had a line, you was like, damn, Rachel, you're so, yes. Hey, Sky. You know, you're looking at Rachel like, damn, that was really profound. Her 4 lines. These white women out here throwing rituals together, having seances. Ma'am, who taught you? Get out of here. That's just my spiel on the craft. We'll eventually probably do like a podcast episode on that in the future. Maybe like we'll have like a witchy season or something, because I got a lot to say about the craft. I don't like how they was treating my good sis or talking about her hair. I wasn't with it. I'm never with it. Hey, I'm giving people some, it's 11:20, let's do it. Okay, I was giving people some time because you guys know my Instagram is really shady and it will notify people like 20 minutes into a live that I've been live for 20 minutes. So I was trying to give everyone some time to hop on, make sure you have some water with you. I'm really excited to be back. As you know or you don't know, I don't know, I was in Curacao for the past week with incredible women, helping Petra out as she hosted such an incredible experience. It was a beautiful retreat. I feel like I've made lifelong family. I love all the women there. I'm just so excited. See, it just notified you. I've been on since like 11:11, girl. So we already know that Instagram is shady. I said what I said. Y'all can continue to shout about me all you want. Your girl gonna pop up on the scene whenever she chooses to. But today we are talking about love. And I was given a book to read. It's All About Love by Bell Hooks. This book is amazing. It's gold. And I want to talk about what I've shared so far in understanding and redefining love from a millennial point of view. So we're going to get into that. But below, if you haven't already, let me know how you're feeling and how that full moon in Aries felt for you. I have continued to say new moon because it feels like new moon energy. It doesn't feel like full moon energy. And let me know if you guys relate or not, because it doesn't feel like a full moon to me. Yes, see, we connected. Yeah, so definitely happy with you. There's some really great stuff in this book. And I've been taking notes since I've read it, since I started reading it. Perfect. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's talk about it. So, yes. Last night I looked up some manifestation music and the song "Manifest" by Eric Bellinger played. Oh, I love that. I love when just things just align and come together. This book is very timely for me. I have a lot of heart work that I am doing. I feel like I'm always doing heart work. If you guys don't know, that's why my color is green. I'm always either I'm doing something with prosperity or love. It's usually one or the other. They seem to love a good cycle with your girl, okay? Right? Yes, definitely because of the Aries energy. It's giving new. Yes, like it's a full moon, but there's just so much new energy. I feel like a new person. And I just find myself consistently saying new moon, new moon. So if I say that throughout the live, no, I mean a full moon, but it feels like a new moon, okay? So this book is profound. I love it. I've been wanting to read this book for a very, 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 very long time. So Bell Hooks speaks about love in such a interesting way. I want to start off with the definition that she gives for what love actually is. And I thought this was beautiful because when we are raised, we're taught that love is a feeling. Right? And we are usually taught love through our primary relationships, be it, our mother or father or grandparent or whoever was our guardian as a child. And she speaks on how that primary understanding of love has essentially betrayed us all as we become adults and realize that's not it. That it may be an aspect of love, but it's not love in its entirety. And the definition that she shares that really resonated with me on what love is and felt really good to my soul was this. Love. The will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. I'm going to repeat it for you one more time. The will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. When I read that in this book, I was just like, yes. Yeah. Because in that it encompasses so much, right? Because love itself is such a beautiful but complex experience. It's not simple, but it's also not difficult, if that makes sense, right? Something that she also said is that love is an act of will, an intention, and an action. I was moved by that. Because a lot of times we just think saying I love you to someone expresses our love, right? And then we learn, as we get a little older, we learn about the 5 love languages and we start communicating through that. But there's another level to it, right? Love is layered. It's not just this one concept. There are multiple concepts that it embodies. And I do believe that in different relationships and dynamics, certain parts may be more highlighted than others. But some of the recipes for love that she said, some of the ingredients are affection, care, recognition, respect, trust, commitment, honesty, and open communication. That together brings clarity to how you can receive and give love. Absolutely mind-blowing to me as I am, coming to terms with my own relationships and realizing like, oh, okay, this may not have been love in this concept, right? It may have been the love that I grew up having. And as many of you guys know, I was raised by my grandparents, but I also lived with my mother. And as I got older with my mom, we had a really unhealthy dynamic. And it really tainted how I experience and receive love. And it is part of the work that I do for myself personally so that I can be a more loving and soft person in all of my relationships, especially the one that I have with her currently. So, right, all of these dimensions are beautiful. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, we are talking about love today. I'm so happy to have you on. Yes, all these dimensions of love. One, what it does, it gives me hope that it is something we will all be able to continue to experience as we unfold in our journey. It also gives me something to hold on to and to feel anchored by. Because the truth is, it isn't enough to just be loving. It isn't enough just to say, I love you, right? And I think we all have felt that, right? Where someone we really care about says, I love you, right? Maybe in like a hard moment, right? You guys are having a hard moment, like, but I love you. And you're just looking at them like that's not enough. It's not enough just to say it. It's also not enough just to feel it. Right? You need to act on that feeling. You need to be inspired to give and to receive from that feeling. And if you're not willing or not able or don't have the capacity to do so, it is something for you to work on in your own time so that you can have that ability, because it's really beautiful when you're able to do that. Hello, peace, peace, peace. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Okay. So, something else that she mentioned too is that love and abuse cannot coexist. And though the people in our lives that adore us and love us, they may mean well, right? I always tell people like the intention is always, intention is one part of the equation. I may have the intent to show you love. But what matters is the impact my intention has on your life, right? So I may have this intention to be this loving and kind, soft person, but it is in my delivery of that intention that will let you know if it's love or not. And that in itself is really profound, because a lot of times, and I can speak from my own experience, where there were things that my mom would do that she just did because she was like, I love you. But the impact it left on my heart was a form of abuse. And that was never her intention. You know, she didn't wake up one day and said, I'm about to abuse my child. Let's go. No, you know, like she woke up with all of what was already on her heart before I even existed. She woke up with all of, hey, how are you? She woke up with all of whatever was on her heart before I existed. She woke up with the experiences the day before. And she chose to behave in a certain way and to express that love to me through what she had. And unfortunately, for many of those times, it was abusive. You know, it was heartbreaking. And it was a lot for me to carry and to move through as a young child. So reading this book really has given me more empathy for my mother and for others who are in abusive relationships. I also speak about one of my past relationships where my partner was abusive, way back in the day. And his intention was not to be abusive, but his actions, the impact in my life, it really led me down a very dark path. So I love that she amplifies in this book that love and abuse cannot coexist. Yes, they cannot coexist. If someone is abusing you and hurting you, it cannot be love. And it doesn't mean that they don't love you. It just means that in that moment what they are expressing is not love. And a lot of times, okay, I come from a black family, so for my black followers, you already know. How many times have you had a moment where you got a little pop on the hand, right? Got a little smacked up because, look, that was the culture back then. I'm not condoning it now. And your adult said, I did this because I love you. I'm punishing you because I love you. I'm disciplining you in this way because I love you. And imagine as a child receiving that information and they being two contradicting energies coming together, masked as love. Because you have this person that you adore and that you love naturally, that you don't even understand where this love comes from, but you adore this person, and they are causing some type of harm, be it physical, emotional, mental, financial. And they're telling you that they're only doing that because they love you. And then we wonder why we have such a hard time in our romantic relationships and being able to find a divine partner or partners that will allow us to be our fullest self, because we are not examining our primary relationships and seeing them for what they were. I can now look back and notice, like, oh, these are times where, yeah, it was abuse. It was not love. And though my parents or that partner in the time may have thought that that's what it was, I now have the knowledge and the insight and the clarity to differentiate the experience so that I don't continue that cycle and I don't love my partner or I don't love my children, you know, or the children in my life through that lens. Let me know if any of this is resonating with you at all before we jump into the tapping. Let me know if the definition of love resonates with you and if you've had that type of love in your life. And know, again, like, you know, it's a safe space whenever we link up, so don't worry. Yeah, it's a lot, you know? It's a lot. It's beautiful, though, because it really does allow you to have empathy when you're able to look back and be like, okay, I can witness the intention, but I also honor the impact it had on my life, even if that wasn't a desired outcome, right? And I think that that's important. I don't think we should ever shy away, and I think that there's this culture, especially in Black communities, where we are afraid to admit that we've been abused because we don't want anyone to think that our caregiver was not giving their very best. And it's that warped sense of nobility that I speak about when I talk about putting yourself last, right? And just being like, well, I give to everybody, and when I'm empty, then I know I did a good job. Like, it's warped and it's unhealthy and doesn't allow for the collective, for the lineage to heal and to grow and to prosper. It's a lot. It's a very heavy topic, but I was like, you know what? With all of this Aries energy, like, We got the energy to get through there, right? We got the energy to move through this. I want to leave with one more thing before we jump into this EFT session, because I definitely want to make time for the reading, okay? Something that came up when I was reading this wonderful book was, when our soul is nourished and nurtured, it can self-actualize and become able to engage in communion with the world around us. Love is an act. This allows us to take on the responsibility and the accountability necessary to experience it fully. There is a responsibility that you must have for yourself and to the other person that is involved in that act of love. There is clarity that needs to be had before engaging in an act of love. It just speaks to the process of slowing down before you move, so you can really make sure, am I doing this from love? Or am I doing this from a hurt place that I am identifying as love? But when I really think about it, from the definition again of love, the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Extend, right? Stretching yourself in a way that in certain times may be extremely uncomfortable, but you are willing to stretch, to fit in, to embody all that love is for your own spiritual growth, not your religious growth. I'm talking about spirituality, however you identify that. Okay, it could be a combination, it could be a completely different thing. Your spiritual growth, which means that allowing your soul, your spirit, to lead in this lifetime, allowing your heart to guide you, allowing your ego to be a tool used when needed, not your default to all experiences, which many of us have. To extend yourself, to see something in someone, and this energy or experience that you have with this person pulls you in a way that you begin to unfold and to reveal new levels of yourself. And in you doing that, it does the same for that person experiencing you. It's absolutely beautiful. And it is something that I hope we've all had an experience of once before, and if not, I hope it is something that you welcome into your life, that you invite with open arms to have that experience of love. When I think of love, what I physically feel is my heart unfolding, making space, softness, kindness, empathy, compassion for this being. And it wells me up inside, because I'm continuing to unfold in such an amazing way. And I feel like love is ancestral for Black bodies. It is of us. It is in our lineage, it is in our stories, it is intertwined in everything that we do. Our ancestors extended themselves so that we would even have the ability, the opportunity, and the choice to grow spiritually. To be able to say, I did a ritual last night with my girls. To be able to say, I danced under the full moon, unapologetically. Those were acts of love that even though we weren't there to witness in that moment, we are still reaping the benefits of years later, lifetimes later. It really shows you how infinite love is, how never-ending it is when we are operating from that understanding, from that inner standing, as Sky so lovingly tells me. Love is an act. Love is an act. All right, let's get into this EFT session, okay? what I need you to do is drink some water. If you don't have any water, go ahead and take a sip of water or whatever drink is around you. You want to get the energy moving throughout the body. And get into a comfortable position. If you've tapped with me before, you know the sequence. If you have not tapped with me before, that's okay. You can keep your eyes open and watch me do the sequence, okay? Got it? All right. On a scale of negative 10 to 10. Woo, having a day, okay? Negative 10 being the worst you've ever felt, and positive 10 being the best you've ever felt. And 0 being a neutral feeling. Where are you at on that scale? Today, I am at a negative 5 today. A lot of hard work happening. Let me know, drop your number below. Again, negative 10 being the worst you've ever felt, 0 being a neutral sense, positive 10 being, bitch, I'm doing a good job. Where are you at on that scale? And let us know, drop it in the chat. If you don't feel comfortable dropping in the chat, write it down. And if you're watching the replay, still drop it in chat. I still watch the replay and read all the comments. No worries. You're still here with us. I see you, okay? Beautiful. I'm so happy everybody's high on the scale today. Let's go. I love to see it. I love to see it. That is so beautiful. All right, take another sip of water. And let's begin. We're going to start here in the first position. That's okay. You can literally pick any number. Excuse me. You can pick any number that you want. Literally. Anywhere in the negative scale. The reason why we pick a number is because it helps us to see how the practice is engaging us, right? So let's say I start off at a negative 5. And then after the negative round, I feel like maybe I'm at a negative 3. That shows me that the topic I'm tapping on, there's a lot of trauma in my body, a lot of heavy memory around that topic that is coming to the surface, right? And then I might tap on the positive and get back up to maybe like a positive 2 or 3. That shows me that I've worked through that on an energetic level. And that's the beauty about EFT. It's not like talk therapy, which there's nothing wrong with because I have my own therapist, okay? But when you are consistently speaking and reliving a trauma and talking about it to your therapist or to your friends to try to make sense of it, you are re-triggering your body every single time. Your body is now deepening that trauma on a cellular level every time you speak about it. And the beauty about EFT is that you don't have to speak about that specific issue that you're going through. Yes, we have negative statements. Yes, we have positive affirmations, but they're very general in that sense. They're not specific to the person you're talking to. So you're able to tell your body, hey, this heaviness that's in me on a cellular level, bring that to the surface so that we can remove it and we can let it go. Hi, Mia. Let it so we can release. Okay? So it's always good to have a number, to use the scale. It helps in the long run. All right? Whew. Let's do this. First position, which is the karate chop point. So that's that pinky bone and then the wrist, that fleshy area. I'm just gonna lightly tap here. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale. And you can repeat after me or allow me to speak over you. I take full responsibility for my well-being in all ways, always. Again, I take full responsibility for my well-being in all ways, always. One more time. I take full responsibility for my emotional well-being in all ways, always. We're gonna go to the top of the head and lightly tap here. Beautiful. I have survived acts of lovelessness, We're going to go to the start of the eyebrow and tap here. Moments where love became something different. Side of the eyes, tap here. Where it felt unhealthy and I no longer wanted it. Underneath the eyes. Experiences where I was told I was being loved. And I'm going to go underneath the nose and tap here. But I wasn't. I'm going to go to the chin and tap here. And those moments in my life have caused me to become colder. Collarbone, lightly tap here. To not give of myself in the way that I want. To be guarded, to be anxious, to be frustrated in moments where I wanted to give love. Underneath the arm, tap here. I felt the need to pull away from love, to protect myself. Going on to the top of the head and tap here. Because I felt that if I didn't, I would fall apart. I'm going to start the eyebrow, tap here. I would lose all the progress I made in my life. We're going to go to the temples and tap here. And I would not be able to get up from it. Underneath the eye, tap here. And at times I felt betrayed by love. Underneath the nose, tap here. Because the people who claim to show me love instead gave me abuse, trauma, and confusing energy. Chin, tap here lightly. That I am now spending my life healing through. I'm going to go to the collarbone and tap here. And it makes me feel a little bitter. Frustrated. Because I don't know what I deserved. I don't know what I did, to deserve that type of love. I'm going to go to underneath the arm and tap here. But I now know that that wasn't love. And that though they cared for me, and they may have been affectionate, in those moments, they were not loving. I'm going to go back to the karate chop point and tap here. And I forgive them for that. Because they only did what they could do with what they had. Even if they didn't give their best to me in that moment, I forgive them. I forgive myself for allowing those experiences into my life. I forgive myself for misinterpreting love. And I forgive myself for expressing those misinterpretations in my relationships. And you're going to drop your hands into your lap or by your side. Just take inventory of how you feel in this moment. If your eyes are not closed, go ahead and close them now. Take a nice deep inhale, breathe into the lower belly, fill the air up, fill the belly up with air. Allow it to rise up through the chest. And when you're ready, exhale, release. See how you're feeling on a scale of -10 being the worst you've ever felt, 0 being a neutral sense of release, and a +10 being the best you've ever felt. Where are you at now on that scale? And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and drop it down in the chat. Hello everyone who hopped on. And go ahead and drink some water if you haven't either. I know that was a pretty heavy round, okay? Let me know how you're feeling below too as you drop the number in the chat. Did anything come up for you? I love that sky. No worries. When you're tapping, just for anyone who doesn't know, you can tap right here, you can tap right here. You can do both. Do both here, just do one. You can do both here, you can just do one finger. As long as there's a sensation within the perimeter of that acupressure point, you are actively engaging. So if you only tap on this side, you don't have to go and tap on this side. It is still felt throughout the body. They're all connected through energetic pathways. So don't feel like you've missed out on anything. It's a really gentle and easeful practice. But just for clarity, if anyone was wondering, like, oh man, I only did like one hand, you're fine. As long as you were in those spaces. And again, it's just a general recipe that I give for teaching classes, but there are like hundreds of points you can tap on that activate different things in the body and allow the trauma that's been stored in the body to transform. So don't feel like you haven't. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, either side works. You're good either way. Some people love to do a 2-finger situation. It's whatever your vibe is. That's the beauty about EFT. It's really customized to you and your experience and what feels good to you. So do whatever feels good to you. Okay? I'm just here to be a mirror. Okay, I'm waiting to see if there's anyone else going to drop their number in before we begin again. Okay, yes, -3, very emotional. My current location isn't ideal to this all I felt. However, I enjoyed this exercise. Yes, and don't worry. When we do tapping for the full class, we start with the negative round first because what we want to do is tell the body, hey, we're bringing this shit up to the surface because we're ready to transform and transmute this energy. No longer want it stored in my body, right? And then what we're going to do now is jump into the positive round. And what the positive round does is all that energy we've cleared out, we're now putting in new wiring. We're telling the body, this is how we felt from these experiences. And we acknowledge it for what it is. And we lovingly let it go and allow it to be transformed. But now we're going to have authority over our experience and how energy shows up in our bodies. And we're going to tell our body, instead of what we just said, put this in there, in the new space. Let that be my new foundation. A lot of times we feel like we cannot rewrite our history. We feel like we've had these traumas in our past, right? My mother was abusive. I was homeless. I was in an abusive relationship where I was beaten, right? All of these things. And we can identify with that truth for so long. And we feel like, ooh, this makes, this gives me a good story to tell and to empathize with other people. But you can rewrite your story whenever the fuck you want. And it doesn't mean that you are not healing and not addressing the situation. It means that that type of story has served its purpose. Right? So if I look at the relationship with the man that I was with before, a while ago, who was abusive, that story now for me is I was in a relationship that really challenged me and really showed me how crucial it is for me to put myself first and to not waver in my beliefs for anyone. And that if I have to waver in my core beliefs to be with someone, that person is not for me. And that is not love. Because if I have to waver, I'm falling into myself. I'm not extending myself for spiritual growth. I'm stifling myself for the comfort of a person that cannot comfort me. Same story. Same thing. But I've redefined that. And EFT has allowed me to do that with some very heavy things. So I never leave you guys empty-handed. We're going to get into the positive round right now, okay? So make sure you have your drink of water, and we're about to start tapping, okay? All right. First position, lightly tap here. Repeat after me. I am releasing the grief of my past. Top of the head. I am willing to be loved as I am in this present moment. We're going to start the eyebrow tap here. I am ready to be loved in all ways, always. Side of the eyes, we're going to tap here. With love, I am redeemed and restored. Underneath the eye, tap here. When I love, I let my heart speak. Underneath the nose, tap here. And my heart will always guide me to what is nourishing. I'm going to go to the chin and tap here. Love is a transformative force. I'm going to go to the collarbone, tap here. Love is ritualistic. Underneath the arm, tap here. And I am willing to practice love every day. We're going to go to the top of the head and tap here. In this moment, I speak to my heart. We're going to go to the start of the eyebrow tap here. With deep love, with deep affection, with deep admiration. We're going to go to the temples. I know that allowing love to lead my life is a divine act. Underneath the eyes, tap here. And that I restore my faith in love so that I can unfold into my fullest self with ease. We're going to go underneath the nose and lightly tap here. In this moment, and in every moment after, I will feel enough for love. Chin. I will only get better at loving. I will only get better at loving. Collarbone, tap here. Love's sacred presence can be felt everywhere. Underneath the arm, tap here. It is safe for me to love. I am safe to love. I'm gonna go back to the karate chop point and tap here. Love is truly everything. And I am so grateful to redefine it in my life right now. And to move forward with clarity on what love is and how I will receive and give it from this day forward. And when you're done, I want you to place your hands over your heart chakra. Place one hand on top of the other. And I want you to lightly push into your chest and close your eyes. And take a deep inhale. Breathe into the lower belly. Fill up the lower back. Allow the air to rise up through the chest. And open mouth, exhale, release. Drop your shoulders. Come back home to your body. Keep your eyes closed. Deep inhale. Breathe into the lower belly. Breathe into the lower back. Fill up the chest cavity when you're ready. Open mouth, exhale, release. Let the shoulders drop. Release any tension in your hips, in your face. Deep inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. And as you're in this position, let's speak to our heart really quickly. You can repeat after me or allow me to speak over you. Thank you. Thank you for all the work that you do. For all the love that you are able to give. For the way that you mend. And the way that you heal. No matter what I go through. You remain in divine rhythm. And though sometimes I feel like my heart is breaking, I now know that it's breaking open. I am cracking that shell around my heart. And I'm revealing a softer, warmer, loving version of it. That every experience involves my heart. And I honor you right now. And I allow you to be at the forefront so that I may embody this new definition of love, where I am willing and able, I have the capacity to extend myself for my own spiritual growth and for anyone else I encounter. And I am able to do that because of you. And this divine heartbeat, this divine rhythm keeps me aligned to the future generations that will come from me and to the ancestors who have paved the way. The work I do with my heart today, the exploration of who I am and how I love and how I will be loved, is healing generations. My ancestors feel lighter because of this work. And they are so very proud. As am I, for showing up today, despite it all, and allowing love to extend me to you. Deep inhale, breathe in to the lower belly and a second breath through the chest. Exhale, release. Drop your hands, open your eyes gently, and let me know where you're at on that scale. Again, -10 being the worst you've ever felt, +10 being the best you've ever felt, and 0 being a neutral sense of release. Let me know where you're at on that scale. And let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if anything came up for you. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Love the feeling good, baby. I definitely wanted to make sure we did a little bit of heart work before we got into this reading because the energy of this full moon is real. And as you guys are continuing to identify where you're at and taking your water, of course, sipping, staying hydrated, let's see what this full moon in Aries has for us. What does it want us to explore? What does it want us to witness in our life? Okay. Okay. Very, very cute, y'all. Oh. Okay, one more reading, one more card, baby. That's all we need. Ancestors, be with us in this moment. What is it that we need to know? Transcend all space and time and be with us in this moment. Okay. Full moon in Aries. Aries energy is all about that leadership. They take the step forward. Spotlight. Eyes on me. I do what needs to be done. And I make it look good. I got the energy to make it happen. Right? Fire energy. Alright, first card was in reverse. That means that's that internal work that we can do. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. I really want you to take notice of this card. I love this card. It's a really good card. Okay? It says here, you're on the cusp of greatness, but you know that already. You've heard this plenty of times before too, so we're just telling to remind you, because maybe you forgot. Maybe for a moment it slipped your mind that you were put here in this time, in this place, to expand the world, to radically shift us forward. And that's what this shows. It looks like an iris in a way, right? All of this blackness is adventure. But if you see this blinding light, the beautiful colors, the prosperity, the love, the royalty, the truth, the healing, all of that is you. And you are encompassing this darkness. And as you move forward, you are seeing it and you are honoring the fact that, wow, this doesn't have to be a terrible journey. It doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't mean that it won't be challenging. But I have all of the tools to light up this darkness and to reveal whatever awaits for me. We really want you to expect powerful change because we can assure you that it is here. And that expectation is an invite to allow it to wash over your life in a way it has never done before. Second card. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Let's see if you guys can see that really quickly. Have faith in your dreams. Faith. It's a very interesting concept because what faith means is that you're still moving forward despite the fact that you do not know what's beyond that next step. And that's okay. That's what the faith is for. It's to guide you. You need it in order to move forward for the dreams that you have, For the dreams that you don't even realize that you have. There's a lot that you have not explored yet. And it shows in this card. You're just picking up momentum. All of this has yet to be defined and explored. You need to have faith. Because again, like we said in this first card, powerful change is coming. It does not mean that there are not challenges. Because maybe there are. We're not going to tell you that it's not. Because there will be some challenges ahead. But these challenges, they're here to remind you. You know what? Let's redefine the word. They're not challenges. They are reminders. In those moments where you feel challenged, redefine it as a reminder. A reminder to use the tools that you have and practice so that you can embody. So when the reminders come up, it's almost as if it's a reminder on the phone where your alarm goes up. You're like, oh yeah, I do that. I'm already doing it. Right? As opposed to, oh snap, there are reminders happening. Oh, I'm not in the right place. No. We are speaking to embodiment. Faith in your dreams. You have everything that you need. Everything that you need, you already have. There's literally nothing else for you to seek out. From here on out, it is just experience. The tea has kind of always been that way, but we love to give you like different things to excite you because we feel like you get a little bored. But manifesting, all of those fun terms that we love to use, low-key don't really exist because what are you manifesting? It's all here. It's all here. It's all here. It's been here. It was here since before you got here. And it'll be here after you leave. But you need the faith in your dreams. You need the momentum to move forward. To envision so that you can see. See what is already here. There's this saying that there are always miracles happening. You are just not aware of it. And it is a true statement. You are a walking miracle. We've said this to you plenty of times before. You breathing on your own is a miracle. It is not to be expected. It is a miracle. You being able to heal through traumatic experiences is a miracle. It is not to be expected. It is a miracle. You are a miracle. Happening all the time. And if you can identify and embody the fact that you are a miracle, what do you need to manifest? You're an act of God, of divinity, walking and living. What is there to do? There's nothing to do. It's only for you to be. It's always been just for you to be, to express yourself. That's all it's ever been, is to express yourself. That's all it will ever be, is to express yourself. To explore who you are and to allow who you are to shift and to change. Do you see the butterflies in this image? Butterflies are beautiful because reincarnation is what they symbolize. These beautiful lives that they have. They're consistently evolving forever. Butterflies are miracles, just like you. Don't ever forget that. Life is gonna be a little weird, but that's cute. Let life be weird. You are a miracle. Have faith in those dreams. Whatever download you're receiving during this time, you have everything you need to allow them to be. You don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to wait for anyone. You can just allow it to be. And notice that we didn't say you can go and just do it. This is not a Nike ad. You just have to be. Maybe it's that you need to be still. Maybe it's that you need to be bold. Maybe it's that you need to be patient. Maybe it's that you need to be kind. Maybe it's that you need to be honest. But it all comes back to being. And you're really good at that because you're a human being. It's already in what you do, but do you acknowledge it enough to witness it? We're just playing with you, but we're really serious though. Like, are you paying attention? Are you, when I say you're a miracle, do you understand that? Can you wholeheartedly look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a fucking miracle. I'm a walking miracle. And then from there, can you go and be that? Because when we allow ourselves to be what we already are, these miracles, these expansive, divine beings of light, it's a game changer in our experience in this world, in this life. We only attract other people who witness that within us. Are you willing to receive that? We only attract experiences that highlight the fact that we are miracles. Are you willing to receive that? To feel that in your body? Because it will be an overwhelming sensation. It'll feel like being bathed in the love of God, source, universe, whoever you call on to. Are you willing to accept that? Do you have faith that you can allow that to be your truth? That you no longer have to struggle? That you no longer have to subscribe to hard work and hustle? Or are you more concerned about being validated in this society? Which, either one is fine. We're not looking down on either one. We're just saying that the miracle one is a little bit more fun. That's all we're saying. A little bit more fun. If you don't want more fun, the hustle route is more your vibe. Either way, you're going to get to the end result. Because either you come willingly or we drag you. Both are fun. Both get you to the same outcome. Final card. Show the world the real you. Full moon and Aquarius. Full moon energy completion. What else do you need to do? And we're asking you sarcastically because it's just like every time you're right there to be like, I'm going to show the world me right after I do this. And we're just kind of like, God damn. All right, next time. Oh my God, I'm ready to show off who I am right after I do it. Be it. Be it. What else do you need to do? Show the world the real you. We are waiting. This nourishment that you can provide to this world, provide it already. Acknowledge that you provided already. That's the tea. All you have to do is acknowledge it. Oh, it blows our mind because we try all these different things, all these different ways to like get you to see it, to see what we freaking see, to see that you are a miracle, to see that your existence it's always been more than enough. There is nothing else that you need to be certified to do, nothing else that you need to study, and you just have to be. If you're going to study something, study you. You're the miracle. Study you. Study yourself. If you really have to do something else, because y'all love to do, and we don't understand. We didn't say human doing when we put y'all here. We literally put it in the title of this forum, and y'all just like did something different. And I guess that's the whole point of like free will. But like, is it not annoying? Because we're annoyed for you. Like, we can't imagine being a miracle. The odds of you even being a human being are slim to none. Yet here you are. But somehow you need to develop more. That's not adding up to us. All we're asking is that you show the real world you by being the miracle in which you are. And in you acknowledging that and being the miracle, everything fucking changes. Your entire world shifts radically. Because it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. You come from divinity. Everything around here is man-made. So why are you stressing out so much? Why are you stressing out? Why? Why are you not basking in your glory? We want so badly for you just to witness all that you are already. And to stop saying, I gotta do one more thing. I gotta be one. No. Like, we could physically shake you. And low-key, we be trying to shake you. We be throwing little things in there trying to shake you up. And then you think that you're being tested, and that's a whole other story, because what is there to test? How do you test divinity? How do you test a miracle? Do you know something that we don't know? Because we don't understand where you get that from. When you have these quote unquote tests, we're not talking about you being, it's not a test. We're saying, you said that you wanted to be patient. Here's an experience for you to practice that. We're just be giving you what you want. And we give you what you want, and then you say that you don't have it. And then we be confused because we're like, what? Not the walking miracle saying that they're not miraculous. It don't make sense. It's not adding up for us. We're coming through and we're saying, it's not adding up. How are you a walking miracle? And you are behaving in all these other ways that don't make you feel good. They don't make you feel, none of this makes you feel good. You feel exhausted. You get tired after a while. You cannot sustain this lifestyle. You cannot sustain doing things all the time. And you know why you can't sustain it? Because you weren't created to do it. You were created to be. You were created to be. Study that. Since you love to study. You love to study something. You gotta do something. Study being. Ask yourself in the moment, am I being or am I doing? Am I acknowledging that I'm a miracle? Or am I subscribing to a random collective thoughts that we have no idea how y'all came to this consensus that you need to be personally developed? We're just like, it's not giving, but we love you. And, again, come willingly or get dragged. But we love you, though. We love you. We really do. Like, it's all love. It's just, you are a miracle. You're a divinity. You literally embody. There are literally particles of you, of this physical flesh that you own, that are undescribed in this physical realm. And you feel the need to say that you're not enough? You feel the need to say that you have to work even harder? What? No. You are a miracle. You have always been a miracle. You will forever be a miracle. We don't care if you think that you failed 1,000 times. We can assure you, it's not up you to fail. Failure is not a thing. It's not even real. It's just something y'all created and we really don't get it. But, I don't know, you guys love a drama. So, there it is. But if you did nothing else for the rest of your life, you have given us in this world so much already. You have shifted generations just by existing. Move forward with that knowledge. Move forward with that embodiment. Stop downplaying yourself. And that's that big Aries energy. Don't downplay yourself. It's not cute and we don't like it. You are literally always doing a good job. All the time. And just because you don't feel like you are, doesn't mean that that is not what is actual divine truth. And that is why it resonates so much with you. You are a miracle. It is a divine truth. You cannot dispute that. Go ahead. Tell us right now that you're not a miracle. We'll wait. Say it. Say it. I am not a miracle. You can't even finish the sentence because it's a divine truth. It's a divine truth. Now, be in that divine truth. And if someone has the audacity to say otherwise, laugh. We're trying to give you a joke. We're trying to kiki with you. Someone said you're not doing enough. That's us saying it's not funny, but you're not laughing and we don't understand why you're not laughing. You need to laugh. Someone tried to tell you not enough. It's time to laugh. Girl, that was a good one. You got me. You got me. Stop. I needed a good laugh. That's it. You're a miracle and we love you. Behave like one. Okay. That was the reading for the full moon in Aries. I'm just going to go over the comments. Oh, you guys wrote so many comments. My heart. Hi, everyone who hopped on. Hi, Shosho. Oh, Sam. Oh, Empress Asia. Hi. I didn't even see all of you guys. Chloe. Yes. Oh, thank you for the glow. You know, it's a good filter. Yes, you are an act of God, walking and living. You are. You really, really are. Yes. Yeah, girl, they came through. They was getting me together too, like, bitch, you better stop. Because no one has the fucking time. We don't understand. We be trying to make you laugh, and you really be taking this shit, like, to a whole nother level. Yes, to show up in the world as who I am. There is nothing else to study but myself. Nothing else. You are complete, you are whole, you are divine as is. Nothing else to do. But there's everything to be. Wow. Yeah, we are all a miracle. Yes. Phaedra. Yeah, like, and it's so funny because the energy that they gave was like, why y'all always gotta make it difficult? Like, why it gotta be a test? Why just couldn't be a moment where we were like trying to be funny? Maybe I don't know, the answers to the jokes are not as funny as we think they are, but you know? Yeah, lovingly attacked. Right. Am I being or am I doing? Yes. Acknowledge that you're a miracle. You do nothing else. Acknowledge. Yes. Yo, it'd be so funny because when I do my readings, people be like, I'm like, hey, okay, that's the reading. Like, oh my God, it was so profound. I'm just like, it's not me. It's your ancestors. You know, they come through. I just be here with the tools. I just be here. But I really hope that the message resonated with you, that you can really start to embody that truth. I wish that for myself as well. It's something I want to sit with and just be like, wow, I'm a miracle. You know, we all love the magical things, the little fairy dust and all that stuff like that. But it's like, I'm actually it. I love that. I love each and every one of you for joining me for today's EFT session and full moon reading. Feel free to share this, of course. I'm going to timestamp it later today, so you guys can just jump right to where the conversation about love is, the EFT session, and then the live. But if you feel like this is something that someone needs to see, by all means, share it. Because answers come through. They come through when they want to. Because, trust me, your girl did not want to be here today. She was going through her own things, and they were like, yeah, but when you signed up to be like a vessel or whatever, you didn't stipulate these things, so we're still going to give you the message. Relay it. Okay, thanks. So, here I am, relaying the message. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I'm so happy the messages resonated. Thank you for your blessings. I love you. And I'll see you on Monday for Matcha Mornings Live with Samantha and Fatima. We'll be making a lavender CBD latte. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Tune in, 11 a.m. I can't wait to see you. Bye.